Good morning, pre-K and kindergarten. Today we are going to continue our step-by-step fruit drawings. So today I decided we're going to do some grapes. This is obviously a lot easier than the banana was, and I think we will have a much easier time trying to draw this one. The materials you're going to need is a piece of paper, light in color, a pencil, and your colored pencils. So to start, when you're drawing your grapes, you're actually going to start with the very top. We are going to do the stem first. So you're going to draw a little triangle. Doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be pretty, just a super small triangle somewhere on the top of your paper. You are then going to draw the leaf, which is small triangle shapes, almost in the shape of a star. So I'm going to do about 5 or 6 little triangles. I think I did 6 triangles. And then on the inside, I'm going to do a nice straight line to make it look more like a leaf. Okay. Next, we're going to do the next part, which is all these little grape circles. So I want you to take a look at mine, and I want you to notice how some of mine overlap and don't overlap. So today I'm going to show you how to create that overlapping effect. The first grape you make is just going to be your basic circle, and you want to start all the way at the top. Okay, and then I'm going to do a couple circles next to it, probably one on this side, and then the one on this side is going to be a little different. So I'm going to do a circle next to it. Okay, so now I have 2 circles. Now the one I make over here needs to be underneath my leaf. So what that means is I need to make a half circle and then pretend the rest of it is underneath. Okay, so I only drew a half a circle and the rest of the grape is actually hidden underneath the leaf. So I'm going to do the same thing with the circle next to it. This one you can see a little better. I did a circle, but I did not put the circle through the leaf. I wanted that leaf to stay on the outside of the grape. So when you do the rest of them, you can continue that process. You can either just make circles next to each other like so, or you can do an overlap, which means only like a small circle, while the other 2 are overlapping that grape. So you can do as many circles as you would like. I'm going to do about 20 to 25 circles for my grapes, just because I want a nice big bush of grapes so that I have lots to color, lots to do, lots to be creative with. I'm also going to do some overlapping, some not overlapping. Just because when you look at a bushel of grapes, you don't always see all the grapes. You see small pieces of the grapes, but you don't see the whole thing. So I want to try to break some of that up so that it looks as realistic as possible. However, that is just my preference. If you would like to just create circles all over the paper, that is up to you guys. Okay, so I'm almost done with my circles. And again, your circles don't have to be perfect by any means. Grapes are not perfect. Some grapes are oval, some are perfectly circle, some are little, some are really big. So it's however you would like to make your grapes today. That is your choice, your decision. It's your bushel of grapes. Okay, so now I made all of my circles and I brought them down to a point, because when you pull a bushel of grapes out of the container or the bag, you will see that there's always some hanging off the branch, much like an upside down tree. So you always want to make sure your grapes come almost to a point straight down to the side, as long as they come all the way down to the last grape at the end. You can either color your grapes whatever color you would like. I prefer to do mine purple like I did in this picture. However, if you go to the grocery store, you will see grapes that are green, some are more blue, some are very purple, some are more red. So it's completely up to you guys how you would like to color your grapes at home. Now when we're coloring with colored pencils and you're doing your circles, we started working on how do we fill in my shapes without having to scribble scrabble. So the best way to do that is when you do circles, make little circles and swirls inside the grape until it is completely covered. That way you don't have straight lines, you don't have zigzags, you don't have diagonals. All you have is a complete and perfectly colored circle. So I'm only going to do a couple, otherwise I would be sitting here for a long time and this would be an extremely boring video for you guys. So I just colored a couple of my grapes. As you can see, they're colored in with the swirl shapes. You can really see it on this one. I made circles until my grape was completely filled, and I would like you guys to do the same. Next, I'm going to color my leaf. I'm going to do green. However, you can do brown, you can do orange, you can do red. It's your leaf, your decision. We know the leaves outside are always many different colors. Okay, so I went in and I colored mine green. Next, I'm going to color my stem, and I'm going to do a brown color. But again, you can make your stem whatever color you would like it to be. I usually see stems are always brown or they're green, so I try my best to keep my drawings as realistic as possible, but that is up to you guys to do. And when you're finished, you can always decorate the background. Today I shaded mine with some pink to give my paper some pop to it instead of it just being white. So I hope you guys have fun drawing your grapes, and I can't wait to see what you come up with. Tomorrow we're going to learn how to draw strawberries, so I'll see you then.